Everyone. Kathy, I was gonna do this video, quick one with Kathy, but she's busy, I guess. Next time we'll continue with her. I was thinking when I was little, the only movie I was obsessed about is the Never Ending Story. I don't know if you know this movie. It's about this boy, Sebastian, and he travels to different worlds, different planets, galaxies, right? And there's something about the Stargate. There's oracles in the Stargate that he has to go through to enter the world of where their aliens are. And then Cassie told me that she remembers clearly about seeing herself by the Stargate like that. She says it's a huge gate, and she was putting flowers on it, which is really interesting. So I figured um, we're gonna check it out with Soul here. So I'm flying in some sort of vertical world. It says vertical world, vertical reality. It looks like there are some realities that are just building material that you can grab from. There's crystal matter, clusters of crystals, and there's like a swirling motion like you're in a swirl. There's a golden world, there's silver world. It's almost like going to a craft store, but I've seen that before, and I thought I was seeing something wrong, but then I started watching this video that on this channel. I don't remember the channel. One of my clients told me about it, and this woman was describing a square world. I haven't seen a square world yet, but she says square world had like piles of gold or something. She was describing it, and she lived there as a soul, just like a ball of light. So I'm kind of flying through that stuff, and I see Cassie. She has like a wreath on her head. You know how she looks? She has like she has a darkish skin. It's like tan, and the ears. You know, like a classic fairy, the ears are kind of pointy. Her face looks pretty much like it looks now, and I think she has brown eyes in this life too, and she does have brown eyes here. Her hair is longer, though. It's brown, but it's longer. And she's wearing, this is really funny, it's like hula girl skirt made out of leaves and flowers. The body of a human, though. And she says there is a multiple gates that she decorates with a frequency of very fragrant flowers. She says there's 8 of them, and the 9 ones will be final. But then she says after the 9th there's 4 more. There will be 12 then. But the other 4 are gonna be in a different universe. So the end of this universe is number 9 or 6. And she twisted 6, 9, 9, 6 like this. And she says, so I have to decorate. That's my job. I hear her accent. I want to speak like her accent. That's my job, to decorate all the 9 gates with the flowers, like this. She speaks like with her British accent. And that's why I like flowers, she said. That's why I put flowers all over me in my house, in England, and like my backyard and everywhere. Because I love the frequency of flowers. And she asked me, do you know how flowers create frequency? They're created by the smell, by the fragrance. If you want to raise your frequency, surround yourself by flowers and smell that fragrance. and you like your energy body, she goes like it gets big, it expands, it gets happy from getting big and powerful. She's using some yellow and white flowers right now. She has this little blue bell flowers. It's for the next gate she's gonna use. It's like she uses different ones for each one, but she says you're the one. Like I actually told her that I watched the crystals, and she said, yeah, you're the one who takes care of crystals, so nobody can corrupt them. Actually, I'm asking why corrupt, and she says, well, because you can put the virus. Crystal is like a porous being. It absorbs information in each pore, and if you inject like a cactus's needle with the certain program inside the needle, you can screw up the information, and you will no longer be able to get it from a crystal. And each crystal has information about different planets in each and every galaxy. But what we're focused on is the Milky Way. I see Milky Way in writing even. And it's like when I'm flying, I see a sparkling road underneath, but I'm not touching it with my feet. I'm hovering over it. And it's the smell is like I'm in some sort of like a forest place, like refreshing. And Milky Way is a big portal too. She says it's a portal to different worlds where other layers are that hold Atlantis, Oriboria world, Elf world, Gnome world. She said evil Gnome world disappeared. There's only good ones now. They're connected to our world. Oh my, I see, those white fluffy Capricorns. Am I in a new age world right now? It's really funny. No, there's Capricorns there. And they have those horns, like very tall. But they're not coming from this, they come from the nose. Nose. Right? Not from the forehead. There's fairy world, there's different worlds. She says there's 12 worlds. And they separated from Earth when the Earth got infected, and they like injected themselves because they were pushed out of the layer of new electromagnetic layer created artificially, because they can no longer resonate with it. So they're gone, they're separated from us. And there's a lot of them split up because they wanted to see what would happen with the Earth. And a lot of split up souls live in both in those layers, and also on the Earth, at the Earth level. That's why a lot of people feel I'm an elf, I'm a gnome, I'm a fairy, all that. That's why. Well, that's pretty much it. She says I've got to do it, and a lot of people. And she said the person you're on the phone with right now, Cassie tells me, she's a navigator of a lot of programs of the outside worlds. But those don't mix them up with AI programs. She's in biological programming. team, squad. There's 5 people there. And I think so, you program something, you really are. Except you're dealing with frequencies. You're all about that, the numbers, the frequency waves. There's no formulas, I can't even explain, there's no algorithms. You naturally connect to different aspects of yourself in different worlds and draw on different frequencies. There would be healing one planet or healing flora or fauna or fixing something or creating a new world. There would be satellite to another planet that has problems. And I see a lot of migration happens, like if a planet has a couple satellites created by this, what you're doing, then the inhabitants of that planet could migrate to one of the satellites before, and then you go with your squad of 5 beings. The way I see you, you're like an interesting energy. You're green and blue, and then when it's mixed in the middle, it's turquoise. Green on top to the chest, solar plexus turquoise, and the rest is blue. I think it's like you're an amphibian being on one of the planets. That's what I feel. But in this life, they blocked you from remembering that. You were just so, you can be on both, in water and then land. They want you to be stuck in remembering and want to be stuck. The feeling of being stuck in life type feeling. It's supposed to hold you, and I see a hook, like a hook. When in reality you love creating new worlds and beauty and the functionality. You actually more like, if Kathy more about beautiful things, decorations, you soul is more about creating like structured configurations where like humanoids who inhabit certain planets will have water, gel-like water substance, looks kind of different from our water. They would have that, and they would use that like a natural resource for everything they do and need, and you would figure out the logistics of it and the perfect algorithm for everything working as one unit on a planet. Not separate, but one unit. But that's what you do. And I'm just like, oh, I turn into birds. Sometimes I fly to the bird planet, then I turn into a monkey, all this kind of funky cat being. And then I fly to cat planets to integrate into the system, to realize, to understand what is the mental body of the planet is, together with inhabitants, and the flora and fauna makes it all together, and it has to be a very much in synchrony, in sync, in beautiful vibrational balance of those who are above, those who are inside the planet, and the planet itself. So that's what I do, and I have some device, but it's not an iPad looking, it's more like a suitcase. But when you open suitcase, there's a lot of interesting crystals sticking out, small or big. I see the green one in the middle, it's round, but it's not perfectly round, it's got the sides. And I'm like, put my hand over it, and that opens, and the crystal starts sparkling, like I activated by my hand touch. And then I can put with my mind my thoughts into each crystal because I know which crystal is for what. Information about different species of this planet, what they need, what I think they need. I like, it's like a mimicry, okay? I just become one of them so they don't freak out that some invader came. Because I actually work for the, it's almost like a scientific community, I don't know, of the universes. Because every soul assigns to itself like a specific mission, and that's what you want to do to have fun. Your mission is a fun part of existence in a different body. It can be an energy body, it doesn't matter, but it's supposed to be fun. Okay, I better, oh, the phone fell, sorry, but I hope it recorded everything. Thanks, and I think I'm just gonna, we're gonna stop, right, recording. Thanks.